TSU head coach Reggie Barlow, team coming off a loss to Lindenwood at home this past week. They're on the road at UT Martin, an in-state battle on Saturday. So, Coach, just some thoughts about your team, and we'll go to some questions.
Yeah, I had a chance to have another home game here in Nissan Stadium. Went out, played against a good Lindenwood team. Offensively, man, we got off to a really good start. First two drives were good, had explosive play by Slaughter. Was excited about that defense. Obviously was playing as well, and then they did a good job running the ball on us. We kind of sputtered after that offensively, and wasn't able to get anything going. I was proud of the guys of how they played the second half, especially defensively. They came out in the second half and really did a good job of tackling the ball and not giving up big plays or explosive plays. But didn't end how we wanted it to end. But as mentioned, I was happy and proud of how the guys finished the game, staying in the fight. It's college football. Now you get an opportunity to go up against another conference opponent and, a team that has a lot of really good players, well-coached team that do a lot of good things in all three phases. There again, another huge task for us, but we're excited about it. We'll get our work in for the week, and then, of course, we'll go and travel down to UT Martin and, shoot our shot, see how things work out for us.
Thanks, Coach. We'll go to some questions. We got Mike Organ up first. Go ahead, Mike.
Hey, Coach, you mentioned the explosive play by Slaughter, and that's what I wanted to talk about. Do you have, he's shown that he's capable of explosive plays like that. Do you have other playmakers on the offense that have that same potential?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, obviously, Kendrick Rhines have that type of ability, but he's been banged up with his foot and haven't been able to play as much. Obviously, Simmons Brown has that ability as well at the running back position. Snap Reed has had some big time catches for us. Not this past week, but in the previous 3 games, he had some big plays. So there are some guys with big playability, and we're trying to get those guys in those situations so they'll be able to make those plays.
And my only other question is, you're going against the dean of coaches in the conference and one of the longest tenured coaches out there in Jason Simpson. Do you know Jason? Have you ever had any association with him in the past? Have you ever coached against each other? And what are your thoughts about his teams?
Yeah, unfortunately, I have obviously been new to this conference. I've not, the time of me getting here, I not had a chance to meet many of the coaches in this conference because, and then media day, typically you get a chance to, but we were all on Zoom. So haven't had a chance to meet him, but I know, like I said, I've knew a lot about this conference, the OVC, and know that his program, there's always talk about UT Martin being in contention for, win the OVC. So I know they do a good job. And as you look at their team, as we've looked at their team in all 3 phases, they're solid. Those guys on defense rally around and play the game right way, play hard. Offensively, you can see the structure of personality type of their offense with their quarterback and what he does. But coaches, he's been doing it for a long time. And guys like myself aspire to, have a career as long as he's had in this game. We know things change a lot in college football. So kudos to him for having the type of tenure that he's had all these years.
Thanks, Coach.
Brandon, I assume you got some questions. You got some questions for Coach Barlow?
Yes. Morning, Coach. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. You touched on it a little earlier. Obviously, the offense did get off to a good start, and we've seen over the course of the season, the offense will play well in pockets. When you look at those particular times in which the offense has had it clicking, what are some of those things that stand out that you look to kind of carry over from game to game and as the season plays itself out, for lack of a better term?
Yeah, I mean, when there's the continuity up front with our O line and our young quarterback, when he's, we have scripted plays for him, it seems to come a little easier for him. The game slows down for him. So um, our coaches, man, they do a good job of collabing and trying to come up with game plan that fits the talent that we have here at this point. So it'll be the same way this week. We'll figure out some things that we feel Byron could own and make it part of his fiber that he can go out and do, uh, as well as being able to protect him in terms of the passing game. So those are scripted plays and just repping that stuff this week and giving him an opportunity to really get comfortable with it.
Okay. And then you mentioned about Kendrick with his foot. What's his prognosis, and do you think he'll be able to play this week?
Yeah, I mean, we're hoping and pulling for Kendrick. Obviously, we want to protect these guys, and he's a senior, and he obviously wants to be out there really bad. But for running back, and especially when it's your foot, that's a tall task to ask. So we'll see over the next few days if he can protect himself and be all right out there. Then we'll give him a chance to play. But right now he's visit with the team doctor here yesterday. And, hopefully we'll be able to get him back at some point.
All right. Well, thanks for that insight, Coach, and good luck this weekend.
Thank
Coach,
you.
The question I know Mike had asked a little bit about Jason Simpson, UT Martin. You spoke to it. They had a game this weekend where they were behind the whole time, and they scored late, and then they won in overtime. They've been a part of 5 championship squads in a row. Just in generalities, and I know this is your first year. Just what have you seen when you've been looking at UT Martin has made them be one of the top teams in the league for a while?
Well, one, they take care of the ball. Two, the quarterback play there is, he got a guy completing 72% of his passes. I mean, that's really a guy with a good skill set and a guy and coaches that are putting this young man in good places to make plays. So that jumps out. Obviously, a good running game is always good. They have 39 Tummy that runs the ball hard, man. I obviously enjoyed watching him as we've scouted, and then of course being tough on defense and making big plays when you need to. Right there at the last opponent, they're driving. They had just gotten a personal foul or something like that, and they were driving, and then Zero Keyshawn Johnson makes the big play. It's about having guys and putting them in the right position to make plays, and they've done a good job of that over Coach's career, and it's the same way this year.
How do you try? Would you mention about the completions percentage? How do you try to disrupt a quarterback who completes that high of a percentage?
I mean, he's getting it out quick. I mean, some of them are quicker throws, but it's when we got to cage rush this guy. Obviously, he has ability outside of the pocket as well. But yeah, I mean, you just got to try to get him off the spot, try to get him off rhythm, and that'll come with whether your coverage changing, switching up on your coverages, whether it's the way you blitz him, and our defensive ends, Stewart and JP, those guys have to understand, rush lanes and not giving him an opportunity to escape out and all that type of stuff. But he's a really good quarterback. He takes care of the ball, and he got guys to throw it to, so he's playing really well.
Well, Coach, appreciate your time this morning. Best of luck this weekend. We'll talk to you again next week.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.